Good morning, guys. Good morning. Once again, welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel where we discuss South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. Now, still on that CHIDIMMA and Miss SA saga and fraudulent identity. Throughout, when South Africans were pouring their hearts saying, no, she's not a South African, no. We saw celebrities coming against South Africans saying, you know what, you Afrophobes. A lot of words were being exchanged there, and South Africans were even more frustrated, calling for the cancellation of the products of the celebrities. The other one is Zwai, Prince KB, Lerato, Kganyago, Pelo, Thusi, DJ Smoo. The surprising one is Advocate Thuli Madonsela and Julius Malema. So I'm just gonna put here what different celebrities said, and I wanna start with Pelo Thusi. Listen to what he said. I'll be back with more commentary.
And lastly, shame on anybody and everybody who is using this girl taking an opportunity as someone who has a South African ID, surely, using this as a way for you to continue your agenda against foreign or illegal foreign nationals who are in South Africa, and using that to kind of continue that conversation. Like, this girl has nothing to do with that. Like, she really doesn't. So you don't have to bring that chat. You don't have to confuse those chats or make her a part of that chat. Like, it's so unnecessary. Pick an argument or a conversation and stick to it. But don't bring that into this chat. She's entered a pageant, an official Miss South Africa pageant. She didn't scam her way in there. She didn't punish anyone, except her only crime was to be born in South Africa by a Nigerian and someone who has Mozambican descendants. Y'all are weird. Go to school.
Yeah, she said go to school. Hey, you see now people are like dragging her. They're saying, Babies, call all of them, bring them here. So she was pouring her heart also supporting CHIDIMMA. They like dragging South Africans. No, but the part that makes me laugh is the part where she says, y'all are weird, go to school. Are you going to school yet? Alright, let us see who else said. Let us watch Lerato Kganyago with So Amazing.
If she was just honest from the get-go, I would have removed myself from the, because it's my reputation. I would have removed myself from the pageant, because I speak about, now I'm all about morals and ethics and principles.
There's over 1 million illegal immigrants in this country destroying the country.
I wouldn't just black women themselves. Number one, I spoke about the fact that I wouldn't be part of an organization that is dishonest. There was proper vetting that was done, proper research was done, proper documentation were received. She is South African, do you understand? I understand where people's frustrations are coming on, but not my opinion, and I say it because I don't want to go into depth about this. My opinion is based on facts, factual, things that I have gone and seen for myself, investigations that I've done, because also my reputation could be on the line if it's not true, right? Now, I am putting my head on the table and basing whatever that's happening on facts and not gossip and narrative that's been put out on social media, right? And it's just so sad how the snowball effect, how people literally every week come up with something from her mom is not this, her mom is this, and people are running with it. But it shows you that South Africans don't have the time or the resources or the capacity to actually, or the effort to make a research. I promise you, 90% of the people that are saying all these things are picking at stompies up from other people. And not
I promise you, when she started pointing at her head like that, I thought she was about to say South Africans have brains that are not working or brain malfunction. She said we lack the capacity to think and do research. She did her research. She did her research. So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that now that we know that South Africans were right about their suspicions? So how do you feel about what she said? So moving right along, let us see what Julius Malema said.
Today, you look at a fellow African, you listen to the pronunciation of a fellow African, you listen to the name and the surname of a fellow African, and by that you isolate them. You look at them and say, these are not South Africans, these are Nigerians, this can't be Miss South Africa, this can't be that. Marvel Yoon can be a player of rugby, South Africa, and get celebrated. No one will dare to question, where does this name of Felyoon come from?
Now, I'd like to believe that for somebody as smart as Julius Malema, he intentionally diverted from the context of what South Africans were saying, because really, honestly, if you are somebody like me, I had nothing personal against CHIDIMMA. I still have nothing personal against CHIDIMMA, except for the fact that there is someone's identity that was stolen. But if it weren't for that, I didn't have anything against CHIDIMMA or her family. I just wanted the clearance of her legitimacy of her identity, stemming from the fact that she looked like she was not embracing the South African culture as she ought to, as somebody that wants to be an ambassador of South Africa. Because if you are Miss South Africa, you are an ambassador of South Africa. So for me, she was very disconnected from the culture, so which raised a lot of question. Now, and also what did that is because she said she grew up in Soweto. If it weren't for that, also maybe she could have gotten away with it. And I think Julius Malema is intentionally turning the context upside down and talking about something else, and South Africans are saying something else when they're actually saying something else. You know, he knows what he's doing. Right, moving right along, let us see what Thuli Madonsela said. Thuli Madonsela said, fellow South Africans, please note, according to Citizenship Act of 1995 on information in the public domain, Miss CHIDIMMA Vanessa Adechina is a South African by birth, lawfully participating in the Miss South Africa competition. Should she win, she is entitled to represent us as Miss South Africa 2024 or Miss SA, as indicated yesterday. Your parents need not have been South African for you to be a citizen by birth. Please, let's stop the noise and support CHIDIMMA and all Miss SA contestants. Yeah, and people really came for Thuli Madonsela for this one. They were telling her, hey, Mama, go back to sleep. Mama, go back to sleep. Mama, sit this one out. Please, you don't understand. You are the privileged ones and whatnot. I do believe that people feel vindicated after seeing the outcome of the investigation by the Home Affairs.
I think we've got selective outrage. I think sometimes we focus our energies where we're not supposed to be focusing our energies. What would it help a man to hate on a young little girl who's pursuing a future and who was born in South Africa and who entered Miss SA legitimately through her South African green, maybe some barcoded green ID or whatever? And if it has got anything to do with you contesting or being worried about her participating on the Miss SA competition, I think it's unfair for you to start a petition to pull somebody down. It never works. The amount of energy that you're focusing, and for days and days and days, I mean, it's been about a week now, this topic has been trending, to focus it on hating on one young girl who's doing something with her life. Imagine if you could have focused that entire energy the past week on your initiatives. Your petition now, you said it's what? It's standing on 7,000?
Now that you have seen what prominent people and celebrities said on the issue, what do you think they are going to do? Do you think they'll make a statement saying, no, we apologize? Or they'll just keep it moving like nothing happened? Or maybe they'll find a direction to blame South Africans again on this one? So what do you think? It has been interesting. With that said, thank you for watching my videos. This is South Africa Lately, where we discuss South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news, and it's trending enough to be brought here.